Nowadays I get what I want, lately been spinning the bag. Addicted to getting that cat, addicted to popping them tags. Money was made for the sad, now my ex bitch calling back. Saw me come up out the random, didn't wait long, now that bitch throwing tens. The first fell in love when I fell in the fame. In my DMs talking about a handsome. I know that they hate me and want me for ransom. It's nothing new, I won't give it to that. I eat the hate up and spit it right back. My lyrics like bullets, I'm shooting your ass. Women come, go with the cat. You gon' learn it too fast. They gon' fold them to ass. I get my medicine straight out the bag. I'm a prospect, not from earth. I feel like a mosh. Not a fat bitch, I came from a starship. My bitch feel like a coffin. Not waking up. If I run into ops, I'm a off. I don't know if you think that you stopped it. What I got going on? Gotta send me with auto on. Say no auto correct. Bitch is a threat. Now I'm coming at your neck. Niggas act you like a pet. Sound like a Pop-Tart. Act like they got no heart. I be the ones that's pretending. Insecurities, they always offended. Mad about a bitch, I already been it. That bitch for everybody, we ain't spoken a minute. Niggas still in the picture, and I'm still leaving with it. It ain't nothing, I'm a rap. I ain't falling back, no. She need more, she got too attached, but addicted to me like I'm on one. 3,000 for that new red coin. Walk around look like a mummy. Psychedelics on my tummy. Swipe, swipe, I'ma get it all. Yeah, nowadays I get what I want. Lately been spinning the bag. Addicted to getting that cat. Addicted to popping them tags. Money was made for the sad. Now my ex bitch calling back. Saw me come up out the random. Didn't wait long, now that bitch throwing tens. The first fell in love when I fell in the fame. In my DMs talking about a handsome. I know that they hate me and want me for ransom. It's nothing new, I won't give it to that. I eat the hate up and spit it right back. My lyrics like bullets, I'm shooting your ass. Women come, go with the cat. You gon' learn it too fast. They gon' fold them to ass. I get my medicine straight out the bag.
Bring the Corvette, come to smashing the glass. They made me mad, now I'm back in my bag. I hope my man in my side never crash. Why got the cat trying to dodge my past? We catch that boy and we robbing his ass. It's the principle, I don't need the cash. Spit some bitches, have $1 million on lashes. I can kick it, but I don't like to brag. Oh, they didn't make me mad, I'm out of turn up. I got my glizzy, wish a nigga run up. You can come get your bitch, cause I don't want her. I ran my millions up from out the corner. I'm the one out here doing what I want. My little bro ran it up on marijuana. Down in the winter, turn up in the summer. Trap out with sport, I press it, then I launch. I'm thinking God ain't no more free lunches. Got suspended, me and Glenny lunch. House up on the hill, I used to want. Now I got it, I don't even stay there. I get it, I don't play for. I just spend me $1 million on haters. When they talk, make them drop. And I don't give a fuck, I know
nowadays I get what I want. Lately been spinning the bag. Addicted to getting that cat. Addicted to popping them tags. Money was made for the sad. Now my ex bitch calling back. Saw me come up out the random. Didn't wait long, now that bitch throwing tens. The first fell in love when I fell in the fame. In my DMs talking about a handsome. I know that they hate me and want me for ransom. It's nothing new, I won't give it to that. I eat the hate up and spit it right back. My lyrics like bullets, I'm shooting your ass. Women come, go with the cat. You gon' learn it too fast. They gon' fold them to ass. I get my medicine straight out the bag. I fell in love, same time that you're falling. I fell in love, same time that you're falling apart. I should've known, thought I saw a sign in the stars, but I was wrong. Walking with you ain't last that long. Now you gone, now you gone, now you gone, girl. Tell me what it is, in my heart break, saying that it's me, but you know it ain't. Took a few pills, I can't feel a thing. Got me in my feels, sipping on train. Trying to keep it real, girl, you really ain't. You know what's the deal, you can't get a thing. Saying that it hurt, charge it to the game. Saying I'm a joke, laughing to the bank. I need your love, I need your touch, I need you right now, I need you right now. I fell in love, same time that you're falling apart. I should've known, thought I saw a sign in the stars, but I was wrong. Walking with you ain't last that long. Now you gone, now you gone, now you gone, girl. Just want the up the lust. Caught up in the days, man, need your trust. All up in the maze, left you in the dust. Gone in the rig, see the stars in the rig, see the stars in the day. Bitch, have you been to Mars on a date? Bitch, I can take your ass to Mars in a day. Bitch, I can take your ass to Mars today. Bitch. Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Say my day's a number, but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something. Wine by the glass, I'm in a cheapskate, huh? Niggas gotta move on my release day, huh? Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Watch your mouth. Baby got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is. Said what I had to and did what I did. Never turn my back on FBG, God forbid. Virgil got the paddock on my wrist, doing front flips. Giving you my number, but don't hit me on no dumb shit. Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush.
It's cool, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good. You know what I mean? Like, 100,000 for the cheapest ring on the neck finger, little bitch. I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain, automata, bitch. Dropped $3 on the rain, called it in the truck, look.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Can everybody put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure everybody can hear me very, very clearly. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I want to make sure that you guys get a lot of value this session. We're going to be going over weekly outlooks. Pretty much any pairs that you guys want us to go over in the chat, please put them in the chat. I mean, please, you know, any pairs that you want us to go over on the chart, please put it in the chat. So, like I said, I want to make sure everybody gets as much value as possible. So, are any of my educators on right now?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, perfect. Let's see. Diamond, you up? Diamond, you here?
Yeah, Marcus, I'm on, but I'm about to switch accounts. So give me like 1 minute. I'm coming right back.
Take your time. All right, so what we're going to be going over first, I'll start it off. I will be going over the US dollar currency index. Now, for people who don't know what this is, the US dollar currency index is pretty much a pair that you want to base all of your trades on, right? Any dollar pair that you're actually looking to take, you should base it off of the dollar index. Why? Because if this is going down, that means any US dollar, for example, USD CAD, USD JPY, and USD Swiss franc should also be going down, right? That's just the basics of it, right? Meaning that Euro USD, NZD USD, AUD USD, and GBP USD should be going up, right? Which they are, right? So you always want to base your original analysis on your on the dollar index, right? On the dollar index, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to back up and go to the monthly time frame, right? And I'm actually going to draw this out as you guys are here. Long term on the dollar, right? Long term on the dollar. I'm expecting this to drop, right? Long term, I'm expecting this to drop. Not only just drop to here, but I'm expecting it to drop to here, right?
Marcus, you can't see your screen.
You can't see it?
No.
All right, let me go ahead and fix that. Go ahead and fix that real quick.
I can see it fine.
Go ahead and fix that. Can everybody see my screen now? Put a 2 in the chat if you can see my screen. Put a 2 in the chat if you can see my screen. I want to make sure that everybody can see it. Perfect. All right, so as I was saying, on the monthly time frame, the dollar index, I'm expecting this to go down long term, right? I'm expecting this to come all the way down here, not just to this area, but to this area, right? Because we do have this descending channel forming. Obviously, if we want to really talk real technicals, because you have a descending channel, we could really expect the DXY long term. Obviously, this will be like 2031 or 2041 or something like that, year-wise, to go all the way to the upside. Right? This is what you want to do when it comes to trading. So you want to connect all your analysis and make sure it makes sense. Right? You want everything to be in line with the higher time frames. Your trading should always be aligned with the higher time frames. Always be aligned with the higher time frames. Your trading is not in line with the higher time frames, then you're now putting yourself, instead of a high quality trade, to a valid trade. To a valid trade. Now your trade is no longer high probability. A high probability trade is when trades are in line with the higher time frames. Okay, so right now we're expecting this to drop. So even though we're expecting this to drop, look what's going on, right? Price is dropping right now. Now we are in this channel. So price could just be bouncing back and forth within this channel for I don't know how long, right? But right now we're watching it and seeing what's going on. At the moment, we are approaching a key level of support, key level of demand, whichever one you want to call it. Right? It can very well come to this trend line right here. If it does, I will not be surprised. And what I'm expecting really is to create a larger correction to drop. Like I said, we're expecting this to drop long term. And right now we have a daily impulsive move. Price doesn't just drop without a wave, without a correction. So what we're expecting is this to actually form for this downtrend. All right, now let's talk about what's going on right now, right? That's long term. Let's talk about what's going on right now. Right now, price is correcting to this trend line, right? So you always want to sell as high as possible. I always say that. So these were your areas to sell. Right, sell as high as possible. So when price approaches this trend line, I'm expecting to sell short term to this line right here, to this key level, and then watching to see if price is going to form a bigger pattern. All right, so that's me personally how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the DXY to actually go to the downside and then correct. Right, so short term sell on DXY. But I'm expecting a bigger correction for a bigger sell, right? I'm expecting a bigger sell. So I would preferably look at this on the 4 hour, wait for this, if this wants to come down, fine, but wait for this to form a bigger correction for that sell. Wait for this to happen. We want this to form again. We want that. We want that over here, right? So let's make sure we get that formed. I mean, this will be better, right? Wait for this to form over there. Let's get this pattern, and then we're going to be looking for that sell. That's what I would be looking for. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense so far. Put a 1 in the chat if that's making sense so far. There's about 50 of y'all here. I need to see 51s. I like it. All right, so let's keep it pushing. So if the US dollar currency index is dropping, like I said, that means Euro USD should be going up, which it is. So if we go down to the monthly, all right, if we go down to the monthly, remember how we said long term on the dollar index, we're expecting a buy? Well, long term on the Euro USD, we're expecting a sell. All right, now we're obviously going to get this buy first. All right, we're obviously going to get this buy first to the upside, all right, to this level, to this trend line, and then we're going to get that sell. All right, it's the exact opposite of the DXY. Like I said, you can base all your dollar pair trades off of the DXY. All right, it's smart. You want to make sure it makes sense. All right, so on the weekly though, no. So do you mean we can trade dollar index? No. So, I mean, you can trade dollar index. It would be in the futures section in your MetaTrader 4. But the thing is, the dollar index is used as a reference. You're not necessarily trading the dollar index. It's just used as a reference so you can trade the other pairs. Right? So, like I said, let's go ahead and get to the daily. On the weekly, we have that buy that I was referring to, expecting this buy to come all the way up here. All right, well, I'm expecting that buy. We have a descending channel forming, so we're definitely expecting this buy. All right, on the daily, we see a big up move. Like I said, just like with anything else, you need a pullback. Right, you need a pullback. Price always needs to pull back before going up. You need this to continue this trend line. If anything, right, if we were to just draw this trend line here, make sure everything makes sense. Wait for price to come to this trend line. Buy as low as possible, then you could look for yourself. See how we bought as low as possible here? Buy as low as possible here. Same thing, it doesn't change. Buy as low as possible, then wait for that buy. Right? That you want to. It just makes sense. We all want to be consistent, but we all have to follow our rules. Right? So right now, let's talk about right now. Right now on the dollar, we are pulling back pretty aggressively, and then we started correcting. So it'll probably give us some form of descending formation to take that next buy. Now I would actually be interested in this buy. Why? For the fact of, let's say if we bought, let me see where exactly what I would buy. Where would I buy? Say like right here, right? I would buy in this area. See how price is even giving us divergence here? Let's look at this, right? So we have a descending formation here. Then we have on the MACD, price is going up. So what is divergence, right? Divergence is when the indicator and price are in disagreement, right? So what I mean is price is going down, but the indicator is going up. So obviously they're doing the opposite. So when price and the indicator is doing the opposite is when you have divergence, right? So right now we're having some form of divergence on the 15 minutes. So if I can see price continue to correct to this level here, we could look for this buy. Right? That would be an ideal way to trade, right? So that would make sense. So you always want to trade in confluence to everything. If we're in this uptrend, then I'm looking for buys. So it's that simple. And I would most likely buy when price approaches this level. My stop will be down here. Actually, my stop will be like right here. So around a 50 pip stop. I wouldn't be surprised if we received a 50 pip stop off of that. And then we will have around a 230 pip reward, right? But we're watching this area, right? Why do I say that? Because we had a big drop here. We could have a big drop here, right? So you always want to make sense and look left, right? You always want to look left. Let's see if we got any questions. Buy at swing low, sell at swing high. Correct. And we'll be going over the pairs you guys put in the chat very soon as well. We'll probably just go over it as we go. Edison, do you agree with how the analysis for Euro USD is? Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, the overall buy I do like. At the same time, I like, for me personally, I'm also looking for it as that short-term sell, because I see that it's been consolidating, and bouncing around that little area.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it was to break below that, I would probably look to sell it, and then my TP would probably be that area where you're looking to buy it.
Mm. So you would have like because I know you trade support and resistance. Yours would probably be like this. You're waiting for it to come and break this low.
Yeah, exactly. Waiting for a candle to break below.
Gotcha. That's fine, right? Because your risk to reward would still be good.
Yeah.
What is that, a 1-to-1?
Well, my stop loss would be maybe around like 1.1310 ish, and then my TP would be like between 1.30 1.40, 1.30, a little bit more down, between around
Gotcha.
there.
So yeah, almost close to a 2-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It's the same thing, same exact analysis. You're just looking to take it. You're looking to take it all the way down here.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm looking to buy it. So if I'm buying it, the time you're in profit, I'm in drawdown.
Right.
Right. So anytime somebody's trading, if somebody's buying, somebody's selling. Right. So if you're selling, I'm buying. One of us has to win the trade, right? So if mine goes up, obviously you probably already take profit, but if your goes into profit, I'd be losing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. Like that. So right now we're just watching how this actually forms. So let's go ahead and get to GBP USD. All right, GBP USD, let's go and back up. Let's just back up to like back up. Right. So for me, for GBP USD, right? For me, for GBP USD, I'm looking for the buy long term. Right? Long term, I'm looking for the buy. I mean, if we were to draw this trend line, obviously we're in this downtrend. Right? You always want to be in line with the trend. 100% agree. But I'm also looking at this weekly as well. Right? On the weekly, we have a big impulsive move. We have a retest, and then we have another big impulsive move. Right? So I'm definitely looking long term. I'm looking for this to buy. The thing is, we have this expanding formation, right? So price can just bounce back and forth until it decides if it wants to go up or if it wants to go down, right? Expanding formation is a form of a pattern where price is just like a channel. That's what expanding formation is. It's the exact same thing as a channel, right? So obviously we're starting this big up move, right? So if we go on this daily, I played around with this trend line saying, okay, how do I want to take this trade? All right, how do I want to view this trade? There's different ways in viewing this trade. Right, I don't think there's one in this specific way of where a price is. I don't think there's one way of actually taking it, and that's that's with anything. But like this one has a numerous amounts of opportunities. So obviously we're in this uptrend. I mean, if I were to even extend this all the way down here, obviously it shows that we're in this uptrend. So you could have drawn your trend line like that. Could have drawn it how I drew it. It's up to you. Right now, there's no specific movement, but I mean, for me, I don't know how you are viewing it, Edison, but I'm looking for this buy. What do you think?
Yeah, I got into it as a buy last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of at break even right now. But yeah, I'm waiting for that to break above. If price was to break above that high, then I would look to continue buying it.
Lit. I'm thinking the same thing. What about you, Diamond?
Um, I'm over here looking at like the monthly and like the weekly, and I'm seeing that it has like major like gaps that it has to come up and fill a little bit. So I definitely agree with you on the buy necessarily. Apart from that, just looking at it from the daily perspective, I see that it hit this, this key level of resistance. That's the main thing that's like kind of making me a little bit iffy on the overall continuation of it buying up. But
Mm,
being that it has to fill in that gap from that higher note, I definitely do see that buy coming into play. But right now, I think we're gonna see like a little bit of dropping before we get that big buy.
I agree. I agree. We have a little bit of divergence right here. This is going down. This is going up. We could get another pullback before that buy. 100% agree. Because I believe this might be a channel. This could be a channel right here, an ascending channel forming. Yep, an ascending channel is forming right here. So I could definitely see this dropping one more time. This is a good setup. If you're looking for the sell, I mean, you obviously have a lot of room. I would probably sell. You have two options. At least I have two options, right? You can sell at the top, but the thing is, like I said, the daily higher time frames trump all. So price could just continue buying. So if you do take it here, you have to be wary of price could just come down, get take you in, wick you in, and then continue back up. So for me, I've learned, so far that if price comes up here, I'm waiting for the big flag. I'm waiting for the flag to form. Then I'd be looking for that sell, and that'd be a nice setup because what? How many pips is this? Like almost 400 pips. Yeah. I mean, even if you were to take it from this high, 430, 425, yeah, that's a good setup. So I would definitely be favoring um the sell right now, even though the higher structure is saying a buy. I would watch it personally speaking. Definitely would watch it. Let me see. Let's go to the next pair. AUD USD. AUD USD is actually on my watch list. It's actually at a key level right now. Let's go on the weekly so you can actually see it. It's actually on my watch list. It's at this super high key level right now. So for me, I would be looking for some form of sell. But the thing is that we don't have a confirmation on the daily time frame, right? I like to see like what is it, evening stars, or high test doji, or a bearish engulfing, something that gives me some form of super confluence, right? I like to call it super confluence. Then I would definitely look for that for sure. So let's go on the 4 hour and see what's going on. On the 4 hour, I mean, it's not the cleanest structure at the moment. Right now, it's doing its own thing on the 4 hour. But if you go to the 1 hour, you can clearly see it. Right on the 1 hour, it's cleaner. So what I see off the 1 hour, right? If we were to just retracing these lines a little bit, I could see this coming back up again, giving us that touch, that three touch. I could enter off that, but for me, knowing how price at this moment, knowing how the recession is, I'm looking for that flag, that little hover there, and then I would take it, right? What the reason why I know that this is going to go one more time to the upside is because we have this bull flag here. This could come up and give us that third touch, then we could give us that flag, right? What do you guys think, Edison and Diamond? What do you guys think?
If you look on the daily, you can see how how the bullish candles were strong, and then as it's coming up to that high right now, the candles are getting a lot smaller, and
Right.
we're getting a lot more wicks.
Mm-hmm.
So that does tell me that it's losing that bullish momentum.
I agree.
Right. So yeah. So I'm just waiting for the price to get up there, and then to start looking for the same thing. I mean, either bearish engulfings or any type of patterns to let me know that it'll probably continue down, or that will come down.
Agreed. Agreed. What about you, Diamond?
Um. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at it same way Edison is looking at it from the daily perspective, and again, yeah, it's at this point to where it's attempting to reach that key level of resistance, but I noticed like yeah, it hasn't hit there exactly. So my take is being that it broke through previous key levels of resistance, I'm expecting that the bulls to have just one more push up so we can at least get a wick through that area and at least some confirmation that price got up to that zone necessarily, and then that's when I'll expect some form of a sale to come down, because yeah, it's getting up at an all-time high, but being that it hasn't hit there yet, that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna still buy, I'm gonna still look for a little bit buying opportunity. But overall, I do like a nice old sell, nice drop to come. That'll be nice, because I
You
don't
look
know how many pips that is, but that's a nice fall back to
okay.
key level of support. That's a nice fall back down.
60. I mean, shoot, you know how it is. We could drop all the way down here.
Yeah, that's why I'm like thinking like that'd be nice.
That's thousands of pips.
Man.
From here to here is about 1,500. 1,500 pips to the downside. So yeah, I agree. I would probably go for a nice pin bar, or like I said, evening star, something that gives me some form of confirmation that we're looking for this sale. 100% agree. 100% agree. Because it still has another run.
Yeah,
I probably
definitely.
wouldn't even look to take any trades until Tuesday.
Yeah.
Probably till around Tuesday. Just watch the chart, see what forms. If we get a setup on Monday, if it's clean, I'll take it. But if it's not clean, I'm probably not going to take it. Just going to be real. Let's see. What's on my watch list? USD's Swiss franc is on my watch list. Is it on anybody's watch list in the chat? Tell me in the chat what's on you guys' watch list. What pairs are you looking at this week? But other than that, Diamond and Edison, what pairs are you guys looking at this week?
I have USD CAD on my watch list.
I thought about putting that on my watch list. It
And
has a great fall.
I was looking at right now I'm currently looking at Bitcoin. But I haven't looked at any other regular pairs yet. Right now I've been watching Bitcoin for a nice drop.
Pin bars for me.
Yeah, definitely. I've been looking at it to, just have a nice drop, because I don't know. I'm seeing it's at a key level of resistance, and it's attempting to make those drops back down, but it just had like this long bullish run just like an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting definitely for it to get exhausted, to come down a little bit more, at least to another little small key level of support. But overall, yeah, I wanted to have a big drop. That's just me personally. I'm wanting a big drop for it.
I wanted to fall too. Let that thing fall. I got some investments in, but I know I'm gonna just start building all types of investments if it comes to it. These are the only levels. If I get this, These are the only levels that I'm looking to add more money into my crypto.
Yeah. Yes, that's where I exactly where I wanted to go. Exactly. Um, so that's why I'm waiting out for. And it's at these highs, so trying to see if the Bears want to come in.
Heard you too bougie for Forex pairs.
No, I'm looking at forex pairs too. I just haven't really just opened my chart yet, but now that we're on this call, I'm looking. But same with you. I'm looking at I was trading USD CHF a lot, US Swiss franc a lot. I was trading that a lot, definitely was. So I'm trying to see, how do you feel about that?
I am favoring the buy for USD Swiss franc, and I'm favoring USD CAD. Obviously, I'm looking for the sell. I mean, obviously, it's in a downtrend, but I want to see what happens at
Mm-hmm.
these key levels to see if it's going to reverse. Maybe I could buy it to the trend line. You know, let's see what's happening. That's around 200 pips to the trend line, so maybe we'll see something there. So I'm definitely looking up for a buy for Swiss franc and CAD. Um, they're both for me, even though they're both a sell overall though, because this could just come back up and then sell again. Obviously, we're in a downtrend, and it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing for CAD. We're obviously in a downtrend, so I'm definitely looking for the. I'll add this to my wild cards list, but that's definitely on my. This looks cleaner though. This looks like it's ready to go at any point. That's why I like Swiss franc better than UCAD. Like you have a nice bullish flag here. You have your impulse, then you have your correction, and then you could have that move to this high, right? Like you could have that move to this high, fake people out, get people on the wrong side of the market, come back down, then give you a flag to the downside, right? So that's what I'm kind of like looking at, giving us like a double top formation. I'm looking at that, but I'm definitely favoring USD Swiss franc.
Marcus, I have a quick question. For that for USD Swiss,
Mm-hmm.
um, we can see that every time price came up to that level, it's bounced back down.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you, I guess, anticipate that it's finally gonna break through it?
I can't. I don't. So when price comes to this level right here,
Hmm.
I'm watching it, right? So I'm gonna take profit here. This is the area that I'm looking to take profit.
Okay.
So I would buy to this level or to this trend line. This trend line will probably be my TP2. I'll probably secure 50% of my profit there, and then TP3 would be the this zone, and then I take profit and see what happens. Right, like I said, it could literally reverse to a sell here or here. So
Right.
I'm looking at whichever point that it wants to reverse to, but I'm taking profit there. I don't ever want to test the waters in my
Right.
live account, so I will take profit and test it with no money that on the line. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So for me, that's how I do it. So let's back up for a second. Um, let's go on a monthly. Let's see. I see USD Swiss franc coming up again before dropping to this zone. Maybe coming up here one more time, then come to the zone. I mean, I'm obviously favoring the sell more than anything because obviously we're in the downtrend. But this could go up. It's not coming down aggressively. That's why I say this is not coming down aggressively. So this can come up one more time, and then we might get our drop from there. Giving us that bearish flag on the monthly, right? On the weekly though, like I said, we are definitely in this downtrend, and on the daily, I'm looking for it to buy. So let's see if we. I think I might see a pattern within the pattern here. We might see this descending formation. forming for this uptrend. It's like even more confirmation that this is going to go into a buy. Preferably, I'm looking on this on the 1 hour. Everything is lining up for a buy. This is why I have this on my watch list. Everything's lining up for a buy. Even if we go to the 15-minute, look at this. This is a descending formation, letting us know that this wants to go up to a buy. So like everything's screaming buy at this moment. So that's why this is definitely on my watch list. All right, this is clean. This is a clean setup. Screaming buy on every single time frame. 1 hour, there's a flag on Swiss, bullish flag. Yep, exactly. Flag is forming right here. A bullish flag is forming right here. It can, give us this and come back down, giving us that bullish flag, and then we could take that to the upside. Right?
Also, notice on H1 Marcus that there's an engulfing building. Well, that's what I'm seeing on my MetaTrader on H4. I'm not on H4, but on H1. It has a bullish engulfing.
On the 15th, what time frame?
I'm looking at it from the H1 perspective. It's probably different for me because I'm on my phone. But
I feel you.
I'm definitely seeing
right
a nice bullish engulfing.
Where the bullish flag is?
Yeah, that is exactly where it's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's exactly where the flag is.
Oh yeah, it does look. You're probably looking at this one right here. Is that what you're looking at?
I'm about to. No, it's more so. Mine is more so recent. Like it's like current price. Like current price for me right now is building a bullish engulfing.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Let me send it to you.
That's definitely good to know. That's what I like to hear. Even on the MetaTrader 4, it's saying buy.
Yeah, it's definitely.
That's what I like to hear.
I see it too.
Yeah, it's probably on mine as well. Let me see. Yeah, I see it. I see that bad boy. Oh man, it's looking sexy. This is definitely gonna be looked at for sure. Oh man, that's looking nice. But so everybody look at their MetaTrader 4 and see if you see a bullish engulfing in the chat. Tell me what you think. But I see you guys are looking at a lot of pairs. I see Euro pairs, I see gold, I see yen pairs, GBP. I see a lot of GBPs in the chat. Somebody, Latrice so bougie, she said, I'm looking at GER30 no matter what. Okay. She said, that is my pair.
Yes, it pays.
Anna is on the phone. I like you. Anna, you here? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Anna is
Yeah,
live.
I can hear you.
Amazing.
I'm here.
Amazing. We got the infamous candlestick formation on the line. She can educate everybody. So we got NZD yen, we got that's Kiwi yen, we got ECAD, oil, EKiwi, let's see, GPUSD. Yeah, Shanti, yeah. It's different because the thing is, TradingView uses the FXCM broker. It doesn't use the Hugo's Way broker or whatever broker that we have on our MetaTrader 4. So it's going to be slightly different, but it's nothing like too drastic where you'll miss out on moves. It's nothing too drastic. But yeah, I'm definitely looking for this to go up to the upside for sure. Obviously, I'm waiting because I don't have any confirmations to get into the trade right now. Let's see, UCAD definitely. It's the same thing as the DXY. For me, I'm just waiting for that bigger flag. That's what I'm looking for. I need the big boy to come into play. Let's see. What's the next one that's on my watch list? I see somebody had oil on their watch list. Is it any of the educators have oil on their watch list? Anna Edison, Diamond?
No, I don't.
It's on my wild card list. It's not on my watch list.
Oil is just in a constant buy.
Yeah.
It's in a little pullback at the moment, but it's just like another opportunity, to whenever it's on every pullback is just like option to get another buy. It's still going up, and it's still gonna like double and just gonna it's just going up.
Yeah, I see it definitely going up. I see this channel too. I'm like, Then I see divergence. I'm just now seeing this. I see divergence on oil. So this might have one more fall.
It is preparing for, it just started turning down. So we don't know how big that pullback's going to be,
Right.
but definitely another good opportunity to get a buy at a better, because I'm like investing in oil. I'm just like buying it and keeping it.
Exactly. We still have this gap to fill too. So I feel like it's coming back just to fill this gap. And then as soon as it fills the gap, we could go up, and then it's forming this head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder type of thing. So yeah, I like the U.S. oil for the sale, but if it keeps buying, I'm buying it. I'm just gonna say that as well. If it keeps buying, I'm buying it. This divergence, this is good divergence. I like this sell. Let's see, gold. I capitalized off gold last week. It was a good trade from here to here. Caught about almost 500 pips off of it. Came up. I actually thought I was going to continue going up because of this this channel, right? So for me, I saw that this was forming like a bullish flag, so I was looking for this buy, but I wasn't. I had my stop tight, so I had it like right here. So if it took me out, it was just going to take me out with a small loss. So I wasn't upset because I mean this could have obviously dropped because this was obviously a flag, but I was also paying attention to the higher time frame for this buy. But right now I'm looking for this sell. So I'm looking for this to correct and then give me that drop. I like that sell a lot. That sell is man, you know what this sell could do to somebody's account?
But it's in a buy them, and I can see like at least touch the trend line again.
Are you talking about this trend line right here?
I don't know if you've got the same, but area like where it broke around 1,700. I can see it sort of now pulling back in that zone and then dropping again.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. See, that's why you're an educator. Absolutely. This is why you know what you're talking about. Yeah, this zone is where I'm looking to sell. 100%. Where this engulfing is.
Yeah, it will retest around 7, and 1.7 zone. It shouldn't get over 1,714, so stop loss would be above that high where it broke, and then expecting another drop down.
Yep. 100%. This is where I'm looking to go.
But it's created a lovely buy now. So if anyone is like scalping, it's a lovely morning star here. So it's definitely a buy for another whoever likes to go against the trend with a small lot. That would be like.
You said a morning star is going to form?
It is on a 4-hour chart, yeah. There is on a 4-hour chart one.
Am I missing something?
So the pullback can be even 150, 160 pips. Pullback is expecting minimum like 150, 160 pullback, and then maximum. I wouldn't expect it more than 220 pips pullback, and then get another sell in that area. So minimum, you can scalp 100 pips now in a buy. Just trail it, enter and trail it, because it's a lovely morning star there. So in between 100 and 150 pips can go just in a buy at the moment, and then look in that area when it's going to turn for a sell.
Definitely got to tight that stop, 100%, because that sell is about to be beautiful. I'm not even interested in the buy. I want the sell.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
Yeah, buy is a counter trend. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What are we saying, Diamond?
Oh, my bad, Anna.
Yeah, well, I was saying if anyone's in to buy, you know, with a tight stop loss, it's counter trend, so obviously with a smaller lot. But what we're looking for is to enter a sell in that area when it's going to come close to that trend line around 700. So the aim is to enter a good sell, but you know, if anyone likes scalping, it's going to be minimum 100 pips. So it's still a good trade anyway, even with a buy.
Exactly. Let's see if we can get, this is what I want. Right there. What were you saying, Diamond?
I noticed on a daily there's a nice bearish engulfing.
Oh yeah, that's the zone I'm looking to sell at.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to drop all the way back down to around the 1400 area. How about you?
I agree. I'm expecting between 15 and 14 because I don't want to neglect this trend line.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but this one is definitely in the 1400 range, so I definitely see this coming down to 1400. But the thing is that I'm not ignorant of the fact that this is gold. And gold likes to form reversal patterns and ignore them. So this could very well just completely continue going up. I mean, higher time frame is an uptrend anyway. So I'm not going to ignore that. I mean, how many times has this formed a reversal pattern and continue going up? Like reversal, reversal, reversal. This was supposed to drop. How many times has this happened? It's doing it right.
With gold, you have to work with breakouts. You have to do your trend lines and just wait where is it going to break out. That's the only thing with gold. You know, there's no rules. The only rule with gold is like do your trend lines and wait for a breakout.
Right. That's why I need this to break out of this low. I mean, it actually technically broke it. So that's why I'm looking for this to actually drop. But this, even so, this level right here is important. This level right here is important for the fact of even if we were to get this sell, price could just boom, go right back up. Right. So I agree. I used to trade gold like that with the breakout too. It used to bless me. Let's see, what else are we gonna? What was the other one? What was the other pairs you guys had? Yen pairs. That's what I was looking for. GBP JPY. All right, GBP JPY. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. I mean, it was pretty much screaming a buy anyway. I mean, you had this forming here. It was screaming this buy. I want to make sure I do this correctly. Boom. It was screaming this buy. So 100% looking for this to continue going up. Let's go down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly, it came down to this zone, this engulfing zone right here, and shot up. Like, what a coincidence that price came down to an engulfing candle and then shot up. Isn't that crazy? Even to this engulfing and shot up. Shot up. It wasn't even a regular shoot up. That was, how many pips was that? It went up 1,000 pips. 1,000 pips in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You could have just bought for 2 weeks and held it. Even though that's hindsight trading. But I'm just saying, if you were actually in the trade, could have held that for 2 weeks. When GBP pairs move, they go. Like they book it. They're like gold. Like they're ignoring pullbacks. You won't have a chance to get back in it. Like here, completely sold off without a way to get in it. Completely buyed. You had one pullback, but other than that, I mean, this whole move right here, you had no way of getting in. Right? So these were your times to get in it. And this was when GBP JPY was just creating beautiful structures. This was gorgeous. Right? So this was nice too. Like this was clean. This was a clean setup. So I definitely recommend GBP/JPY for this buy. So let's go down to the 4 hour and 1 hour. Right now, I mean, it's forming this minor flag. I will wait for it to actually form. Wait for the full flag to form. Don't just buy it just because we say it. Wait for the flag to form first. Then you can get for this buy. You see how it formed here? It formed. Now you went for that buy. See how it formed here? Now you went for that buy, right? That's what you're looking for. So you need for it to form for you to get for that buy. Like I said, with these pairs this week, I would wait till probably Tuesday to actually trade on the market because there's a lot of like early patterns being formed, and I'm not looking to take any of that. GBP CAD. I mean, GBP CAD is looking clean. I mean, it's not really clean. It's choppy. It's choppy, but I'm looking at this on a higher time frame though. So I'm looking at GBP CAD on a higher time frame, but it's extremely choppy at the moment. I'm looking to actually sell. It's giving us a 1, 2, 3 touch. If it gives us a 3 touch up here, I would look to sell to this low and watch this trend line. So this trend line will probably be TP1, TP2, TP3. All right, so you always want to just keep things as simple as possible. Did you guys, did the educators have anything to add to GBP CAD? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get back to here. All the GBP pairs are pretty much doing the same thing. I actually want to go over GBP and ZD real quick because GBP and ZD is coming down to a real key level right now. It's coming down to a key level. But for me, there's obviously cleaner setups than GBP and ZD. There's cleaner setups than this. Even though GBP and ZD is clean on the higher time frame, it's not necessarily clean on the lower time frames at the moment. I mean, it's like I said, GBP pair is a wick. Like if I would have entered in this sell here, boom, it would have probably knocked me out at break even. If I would have entered at this retest, boom, it would have took me out. All right, so you just have to be cautious with GBP pairs. But I'm looking for this to, probably go up. Like this is forming a nice descending formation. Look for the retest and then look for the buy. If I get that, I would look to take that. I would genuinely look to take that trade because that's a nice key level. What about you, Anna?
Sorry, I'm just like, give me 5 minutes. Give me a minute.
All right, it's all right. Is Edison on the line? What you think about GBP and ZD? Or Diamond as well.
Okay, strong sell on a really like strong support now, but I can see it really go down, like carry on with the strong trend and go all the way down to 1.82, like retesting that strong level.
Oh, you're probably talking all the way down here.
Yeah,
that's a nice level too.
It's been tested 2 times and it's going so strongly down that it's very likely that it might go down all the way down to that one again.
I see it coming long term right here.
Possible, yeah.
That's a huge bearish flag. You have your impulse, then your correction. I see this giving a continuation. For sure. Diamond, what you think? Oh, Diamond done dipped out on us.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I had myself on mute and then I was just talking. My bad. Me necessarily, I see the buy. I'm liking this necessarily for the buy. And I'm looking at this from the daily perspective. just being that we had that long, massive wick, and I think this was on March 9th was the last time like we've seen GBP at this all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean GN at this all-time high necessarily. And being that it necessarily hit a key level of support, and but I noticed that it didn't break through it. It bounced back up, and it retraced. So being that, you know, it failed to do that, that's a confirmation for me that I might see some form of some bullish momentum to pick up, to hit a key level of resistance. And the next key level I see it reaching to is around the 1.98394 area. And again, overall, I'm just seeing this for a nice buy. It's just too much overselling, and it's at a point where it hit a key level. It fell to pass multiple times, being that it got to that zone, and altogether, I'm seeing it at least to come back up. I'm seeing a nice buy effect. Just me personally, I'm seeing a nice buy on GN.
I agree. At least giving us this pullback, and then this pullback is that head and shoulder, which will be even more confirmation for this sell.
Yeah.
Right, and then it'll come back to Anna's and the zone that we had set before down here. But I'm actually liking this buy. I would look for more like an engulfing. I need a daily low test candle. I need a daily doji. That's what I need. Daily doji, or a full hour engulfing, or a daily engulfing. That's when I would look to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's not enough confirmation. Because right now it's still giving us a bearish pin bar. It gave us a bearish pin bar for that sell, which is good because, you know, it can come back down, you know, all the way down to this level. This will be a good level, right here, and then we can look for that buy. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know if you guys are understanding what we're saying. All we're doing is waiting.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. We're just waiting. All you do is wait. Wait for price to come to you. Let's see. Let's look at the chat. When it breaks out, do you usually wait for a retest? Yes, Xavier. Retest. Retest. For me, right? I know Edison sometimes does breakout and retest, depending on the trade. Gold is good for retesting. I mean, good for breakouts, but it's also good at retesting as well. So you kind of like have to know the pair, right? It's all about pair behavior, right? You have to know how this pair moves, how this pair actually reacts. Then you would kind of like match the strategy with how the pair moves, right? So I always do breakout retests. Yeah, gold is both. You can do either one. I would preferably do retest only because you have less risk, and gold is super risky because it's volatile. With gold, many times you don't get a retest. It is
Yeah,
getting
gold is so volatile. Not only like when you work with gold, you have to put like super huge stops as well, because it just like you can't work with maybe 50, 40 or 80 pip stop loss. It has to be like, if you want to be really, you know, well trading in gold, you have to allow it, you know, huge, because it can just wick you in 300 pips in a minute and then comes back, which means, you know, you were right, but it can just, so you really have to like allow big stop losses were there.
Yeah.
If you don't give it room enough, you're going to be losing. You know, if you want to save with gold and give really tight stop losses, you're going to lose every trade. The only way you can win with gold is to give it really, really huge, you know, a lot of space, because it's just so volatile.
Yep, and it wicks. So 100% with gold, you're going to have about a 80, like you will get lucky getting a 40 pip stop. Like that has to be like a super ideal entry for you to have a 40 pip stop.
I never put less than 100 pips when I work with gold.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah,
I work with in between 100 and 200 pips, because that's the only way to like it can really wick you. So I've noticed like many times, just because when I was stingy and maybe I would put like 80 pips or 100 pips, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna really like go above the previous high, even if it's 200, and then I had like all winning games with gold. So the only way I actually am winning with gold is like allowing huge, you know, like enough room for it to move, and then it doesn't hit it, and then it goes always my way. But it's just wicking. It's wicking, so you really have to allow a lot of room for it if you wanna gold to go your way, because you never know when it's gonna wick.
Yep. And if it with gold, I'm using the smallest lot size.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
The smallest. So if it does wick 100, 200 pips, I'm not using a standard where it'll kill my account. I would use a low lot size where I can at least live the trade another day. It wouldn't even hurt me if I have 100, 200, or like I like to stay between 80 and I believe like 120, 140, somewhere around there with gold. I do more like retest trading, so I don't necessarily always hit the high 200 mark. But there are times when you hit 200 marks because that's the recent high. You can't cheat your stop loss. So, I mean, like 100%, like you have to have the lowest lot size when it comes to with gold and with GBP pairs, right? Not the lowest lot size. It's not as volatile as gold, of course, but it does wick like heavily. Like look at these wicks. Like it wicks all over the place. So you have to be prepared for these wicks. Like you have to, like GBP pairs wick everywhere. So I like to just keep it with a low lot, keep it consistent. Let's see, what was the other pairs that they said? Let's see, did we go over some Euro pairs? Which Euro pair do you guys want me to go over? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat which Euro pair you want me to go over. Euro JPY. Cool, we already on that one anyway. So, I'm going to redo this analysis for you guys just so I can have a nice fresh slate when it comes to EJ, because EJ's been in the major consolidation on the higher time frames. So let's go ahead and give you a fresh slate. So we're in this channel, right? That's a definite fact. I see this going up long term. It's forming a nice, a clean flag. Clean flag. Let's see, we have this. I mean, this could come all the way up here. It's clean. This is clean. I like EJ a lot. So let's talk about this and this. So I see why I retracted this right here. And we're actually gonna move this here. We're gonna move this here. I know this is going up long term. We're going to adjust this to this high. So I see this actually going up like super long term. Actually, we'll take this out. Keep it simple. I see this going up super long term. Right now on the weekly time frame, this could actually drop, giving us a pullback to right. Maybe, you know, if I were to drop fibs or something like that, you know, we could probably get it to, you know, to the between the 50 and 61.8, then go up one more time. Right. And this time when I'm doing the analysis, you guys, I'm just thinking about it as I go. Possibly get something like this. Right, do something like that. I'm looking for something like this. Something like that. That'll be clean. You know, something like that, then go to the upside. That would be clean. Right now, obviously, it wouldn't be perfect like that, only for the reason of Euro pairs and GBP pairs wick. right? But I will be looking for something like that to go to the upside. Obviously, I have a buy long term, but I actually see this actually selling. We could sell this, right? So if I drop down to the 1 hour, yeah, we could definitely sell this, sell it to that area. I'm definitely seeing this ascending channel. And as long as we get, this could come all the way up, come back down, and then give us that flag. So if we get that flag, we can sell down here to this line right here. And then go and then take it to the upside, right? That's what I'm looking for EJ. Something smooth, something simple. You could even focus on the 15-minute if you wanted to. Let this come all the way up, give you some form of pattern. Take it after the hover right here, and then take it and then have another position right here. And then you can sell it. EJ's looking clean though. EJ's looking clean. I'm liking the sell. And it does have divergence here. It has major divergence on the 1 hour. Nice divergence here. Super nice. Super, super nice. Let's see. See what we got going on. We got easy. Euro New Zealand. Anna, Diamond, or Edison, what do you guys think about Euro New Zealand? What do you guys think?
I see it making a drop right now on the daily. On the 4 hour, it just made that big impulsive move. So I feel like I should expect some type of pullback. And then from there, probably look to continue selling it as of right now.
I'm in a constant sell with that one. I've got like 2 lots open, 600 plus 100 pips, and I just keep on adding lots on it because it's in a constant sell for like past few weeks. I just like keep on, whenever it's in a pullback, I just add another sell. That's my favorite Euro NZD.
I can tell. Look at these stars right here. These evening stars. They look clean. I should have saw this.
It's so easy to trade this currency. It's so easy to trade this one.
I would have just never had a my stop loss would have been up here. I would have just never trailed my stop. I would have let myself be in drawdown about 340 pips. Now I'm currently up, like you said, around 600 or so. That's super nice. Super, 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 super clean. Super clean. Let's see what's going on. This sell is looking nice. Did the market just open?
Yeah, I like the sell. And I like how we're already in a continuous downtrend, and we just got that recent bearish engulfing confirmation on the weekly time frame. I like how that's like furthering that bearish force for us. So I'm definitely liking the sell.
For sure.
It's nice engulfing.
Then we have it engulfing on the daily too.
Yeah.
Nice engulfing on the daily.
That's why I was like, yeah, it's just further confirmation that the bears are just trying to continue going down for a fact. It has room to hit that key level, which is 1.66178. I'm necessarily looking at. I'm looking at it for it to necessarily go all the way down there. And then
same level.
Looking for something to buy. But overall, I'm liking a nice sell to that level.
Yeah, I needed to pull back a little bit more if I'm going to take this sell.
Yeah, definitely.
we can do the exact same thing over here. That's cool. Then I'll look for that sell, the downside. That would be clean. Yeah, just wait for the pullback for Euro NZD. I'm pretty sure it's the same for Euro AUD as well. No, it's not. Euro AUD looking a little different right now. It's looking different. Let's back up. Back up, back up. Euro AUD is already at the low. Interesting. What do you guys think about Euro AUD? Interesting. Already there.
Euro AUD.
Yeah, Euro AUD. I'm sorry.
Daily's on a nice strong downtrend. My concern is though, it hit this. I'm seeing that it hit the most recent key level of support, necessarily wicked down in that area. I'm expecting for it to drop down just a little bit more, especially since we have that bearish engulfing. That's what I'm seeing. Nice bearish engulfing confirmation for me, necessarily. I want it to drop down just a little bit more, and then I would look at it for a buy.
Yeah, this could drop. This might have one more small pullback, just like we said on Yo NZD before we actually sell it. Yeah, I like the sell too. There's better trades than that though.
Right.
There's better trades than this. This is not as clean. There's way better trades than this. I mean, if it gives that double top, I mean, I would be looking at it, but I probably wouldn't take it. I like the dollar pairs the most, for sure. Let's see, we got Euro CAD. I'm actually favoring the buy.
Here in Europe, we love Euro pairs most. I'm laughing because you like dollars, and I'm like saying like here in Europe, we love Euro pairs most.
Exactly. Let's see. I'm probably going to stay away from EuroCAD. Only because it's not clear. It's not clear enough. But it's at a very strong support. Like if it comes to the support though, like if it comes down here, I would be looking for a buy. I mean, no matter what, I mean, this is corrective. This isn't coming down impulsive. So I would still be looking for the buy, but this even furthermore makes me think, okay, I would only look to buy when price comes here. That would be my time to buy. Every time price comes to this low, I'd look for a buy. So when price comes here, then I'd be looking for a buy. But right now, I mean, if we were to go to like the 15-minute, maybe, we look for like a bearish flag. We could look for that sell down here, and then I'd look for, some form of confirmation to get into that trade. See, what I've learned from Euro CAD, and this is what I like about CAD pairs, I don't need to wait for a breakout and retest. Euro CAD pairs respond very well to descending formations. Like you can pretty much buy as soon as it forms. Every time, as long as it's like at a nice level, right? As long as it's at a nice level, but it pretty much responds nicely, for sure. So as soon as price comes to around here, I would definitely look for the buy, 100%. And then this buy always goes at least 100 pips. This is 283, 300.
That 300 that you calculated, like we've done a lovely sell signal last Monday from that top, from that head and shoulder on the top.
Here to here.
And it went
Oh.
all the way down.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've given like last Monday, it was like head and shoulders, and it exactly hit all 3 TPs and went up. It's so easy to trade CAD pairs.
It is. It's super easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Super, super.
It was that head and shoulder confirmation, and then it dropped down 300 pips from that point.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
That was awesome trade.
Man, that's a nice trade. And it's consistent. See, CAD pairs are consistent. That's what I like about CAD pairs. They're consistent. Drop, 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 drop. And then it's the same thing going up. Very consistent. And then this one went crazy. How many pairs? How many pips is that? 400, almost 5. Crazy, crazy move. Crazy move. Moving on. Eurozar, right? I haven't traded Eurozar in a while. Yeah, since well, I guess that's, pretty recent. Oh no, not here. Here. So around last month is when I traded it. Dropped from here to here, then got out. I mean, it's kind of followed what I was saying, but it's not, Eurozar. Let's go back to Eurozar. Let's go on the weekly. Sheesh. Super clean.
Super sell, isn't it? So easy. Confirmation, everything. I'm gonna sell, and I've just set it another lot for a sell. With that one, I just keep on adding.
Super clean sell. Super, 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 super clean. I like this a lot. I might add this back on my watch list. That's clean. I would wait for a pullback though. We're gonna see what happens with this, because this right here.
Oh, it's breaking now. It's just done it. For me, it's breaking and just shooting down now. It's gonna break that trend line and just shoot down.
Yeah, let's make sure that happens, so I can go ahead and look for this. Give me, a little bit of a flag there. I'll be cool with that. Give me some right there. Oh yeah.
Isn't it? It's lovely.
It's beautiful. That's a beautiful setup. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's clean. Because you have a long way to go. Long way to go. And then even if you look on the weekly, like that's
even on a monthly, so clear. Look at a monthly.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
That's beautiful. That sell is coming. Keep this on you guys' watch list for years. Okay? This is beautiful.
This is one of those 1,000 pips trades that we're waiting for.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is one of those trades you don't want to. You will be highly upset if you miss this trade. I'm telling you right now. These are one of those trades you don't want to miss. Don't
enter now because spread is at the moment like 1,000 pips. It's like something like 100 pips. So don't enter now. Anyone, wait at least an hour for the spread to come down. Don't try to enter at the moment.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that I'm waiting for a pullback. Let it come there. I like that a lot. That's a nice sell. This has so much room. That's a nice sell. So whoever put Eurozar, oh no, that was you, Anna. I like that.
I did, yeah, because it's my sell. But the only thing is like the spread at the moment is 10,000 points. 399. So do not enter now. You know, wait for it to calm down. Yeah, it's my one. It's my favorite one. It's even on my profile photo. I already have like 2, and I've just entered on Friday. I entered a third
Oh,
lot.
man.
It's a beautiful one. Yeah.
Dang, that's nice. All right, so NAS 100. I'm liking it. Oh, what did I just click on? NAS 100. Get to these indices. NAS 100, I like a lot, but it's trying to, you know, do its thing that I'm not liking. I don't like how it's outside of this right here. But Jesus Christ, that's beautiful. Look at this ascending channel. Look at that. Look at that. You can't get a cleaner one than that. Can't get a cleaner ascending channel than that. So what I'm looking for right now is maybe we'll get like an ascending channel up here. You know, sometimes price likes to give a separate pattern, come back to this zone, give us like a flag maybe. Then I'd be interested in selling. I will sell this if it does this.
Oh.
Like, I'm going to sell this.
I don't like because it did broke that trend line on the top, and even the MACD is like higher. It's not showing the divergence.
Right. That's why I wanted to come back
it's
now.
It's carrying that it might even want to go like carry on with buy.
Yeah. If it goes up,
you have to be careful. Yeah.
If it if it gives you like a bullish flag, I'm not going to take it. I will only take it if it gives me a bearish flag below this white. Below this white line is when that will be the only time I'm taking the sell. Yeah, maybe people heard only sell it. So probably somebody sold it in this call. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not a good look. This is right now above this support. I mean, above this resistance, now support. So price can just come down here and then buy. This is what could happen. This is what's forming, right? Hopefully,
because MACD is telling us that as well. So we have to be careful because there's no divergence. MACD should have been much lower if there was, if it was planning to go down. And MACD is very strong, so it's alarming.
It is. It is. The only way, this is what it should look like if it's divergence. Price coming up here, price coming down here, but it's not like that. What's happening is price is coming down and MACD's coming down. So they're in alignment. So that means that they could both be in alignment for that buy. Oh man, Kay, you out here doing your thing. You were in a buy on NAS and SPX? Whoo, sheesh. That count looking nasty right now. So, I mean, right now, I'm probably not going to sell any indice at the moment. They're all strong in a buy. All strong in a buy. After it broke this level right here, I ignored a sell. I ignored the sell. Everything above here is a buy for me. Everything above here is a buy. Unless it gives me some form of pattern at this level or gives me a bearish flag, that's the only time I'm looking for that sell, right? As well, actually, in confirmation purposes, I needed to break this trend line. It's not enough. It's certainly not enough. This is too aggressive. It's becoming aggressive. GR30, it's buy, it's clean as day. Dang, GR30 is looking clean. Clean buys, clean buys. Look at that. Clean, clean, clean.
Oh yeah.
That's clean. So I'm expecting the same thing. Like give me something like that. Give me a clean buy like that. Yeah, I will. Yeah, for sure. GR30, I pay attention to that one for the buy. That's looking cleaner than all the other pairs. Aussie 200. That one for sure is like all of them are in the same direction. I don't even like that at the top. All of them are in the same direction. Let's see here. Can't even connect the bottom. Here. I mean, it's not even clean enough for me. Yeah, I would stay away from the indices if you're looking to sell. Stay away from them. If you're looking to buy, you know, you might get some luck. Wait for a pullback, you in the books. And you don't even need to be on a higher time frames. I would stick to like, I've traded this on the 1 minute, okay? US 30 pays out very well. I've traded this on the 5 minute. Like here, look at that. Nice, clean pattern right there. I probably pay attention to the 1 hour when it comes to a pattern. Wait for it to, form something like this. So wait for it to, do its thing. Form something like that. Then I would buy here. Clean. Let's see. Euro GBP. Y'all loving the Euro pairs. Dang. Euro GBP, I'm probably gonna stay away from. Probably all the Euro pairs this week I'm staying away from, to be honest. let's just be real. They're not clean. I need cleanliness. Okay.
There's too much Brexit talk at the moment. Yeah, it's too much political driven, the news and everything. You don't know what to expect with the Euro and GBP at the moment.
That's true. I tried when the Brexit was coming was out. I stopped trading Brexit. I stopped trading Great Britain pounds, Euro pairs, because it was random. I mean, it wasn't necessarily random. I mean, technicals actually, ran with it, but in actuality, like this is the time that I stayed away from a Great Britain pound pair. Where is it? This right here. This right here was Brexit. That was Brexit. I think I sold at the top here, caught some profit. And literally at the top was up around 100 pips. Somebody in the chat, guess what happened? Somebody guess what my account did. Guess what happened to my account? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Tell me what happened. What do you think happened to my account? Man. All I was trying to do was just scalp it. That's all I was trying to do. I mean, I wasn't even trying to make a whole lot of money. I was just trying to scalp it a little bit, get a nice little ascending channel forming real quick. I was only trying to get 50. It gave me 100. The crazy part is I was in the midst of closing it, and then it reversed. Slippage is real. No, I didn't blow my account. I didn't blow my account because the only way you blow your account like that is if you're over leveraging. Even though it shot up around 400 pips, that's like $40. For me, I probably lost like maybe, I probably lost half of that. Right? So if I was on the 0.01, it was like $20. I think I was actually using the 0.01 because I was only trying to scalp it for a little bit. I was trying to hit daily goals at that point, hit the pip amount goals. But at that point, never again. This solidified my swinging right here. See, if I was in this buy, I would never have lost. So, moral of the story, be in line with the trend and pay attention to Brexit. So anything revolving around Brexit right now, I pay attention to. I got alerts on my phone about Brexit. I watch it on the regular. I'm not playing with Brexit today. 100 to a 0 real quick. I'm weak. Yes, huge retracement. That's what happened. Picture being up $1,000 and now you're negative 200. How would that make you feel? Psychologically, right? you're up 1,000, and then the broker kicks you out at negative 200. How would you feel? Because the slippage was that real, and I had a stop loss. It blew right past my stop loss. That's crazy. All right, so from now on, Brexit is always on my watch list. Okay, stay on my. If I could have that as a pair, it would always be there. Um, before we close out, I like to do this every time before we close out. The first pair that's being dropped in the chat, we're gonna go over it. First pair that's dropped in the chat. First pair that's dropped in the chat. You know how it is. GN. Oh, we already went over GN though, so that didn't even count. A pair we didn't go over. AN. Oh no, we got NJ. We got NJ that was first. NJ. I'm definitely favoring the buy. On the weekly, it's coming up to a key level, but this could come all the way up here. All right, this can come up here, and we'll see what happens. What I'm possibly thinking that at this level will just give us a pullback. So I would just wait for a flag to form, then drop, giving us some form of a pullback before we look for that buy. For me, that's what I would be looking for. What is the famous educators think?
I definitely I see. What is this, NJ?
Yes, ma'am.
Me, I don't normally trade NJ, but overall, every time I've traded it, I've always found myself in a buy for it. So let's see. I definitely see it coming up a bit more. Well, being that, yeah, on the daily it has a gap to fill. So I definitely see it coming up a bit more
Mm-hmm.
to fill in this gap necessarily from January 24th.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I definitely see it coming up a bit more. So I definitely like to buy on it.
Yeah, that could come up again. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. So educators, we got a couple questions. You know, we like to do a little bit of Q&A at the end where we try to do our best. But we got a couple questions. I'm gonna be the host, and I'm gonna get I want my famous educators to answer these questions for the people. Y'all ready? Let me know if y'all ready. Edison, Anna, Diamond, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Perfect. So the first question is, how do you stay in a winning mindset? How do you stay in a winning mindset?
Well, me personally, I always told myself, you have to develop a relationship with the market. You have to develop a personal relationship with it. Once you do that, you can understand how you can maintain this winning mindset, and necessarily even when you take losses necessarily sometimes. But it's all about going forth with building a relationship with the market, understanding what you're really doing. I know there's a lot of times people understand necessarily what they're doing in the market, but they're not entirely confident about it. So I feel like if you're confident about what you're, necessarily understanding, plus, you're building this personal relationship with the market, that's how you maintain a winning mindset, by doing exactly that. That's just me personally, how I feel.
What do you think, Edison?
I feel like For someone that is learning how to trade, I feel like you can't be naive to the fact that you're not going to take any losses. I feel like you need to accept the fact that you will take losses, but just understand that whenever you take a loss, to understand why you lost and to learn from it. So the next time that you see price doing the same exact thing, you know, you still have that loss in mind, but so if you got into some type of trade and it went negative on you, the next time that the same type of formation comes and you're looking to take that trade again, you already have experience under your belt now because you've seen it before. And so I feel like you should always have the mindset where, win or lose, you're learning. So every trade that you take, you're learning from it, and then from there you get better.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I like that answer. What do you think, Anna?
I've listened somewhere when they said like like the key for a successful trader, like why certain traders are successful, others are not. And one of the important things were like the good traders, they cut their losses straight away and they add on the winning trades, which is really good because usually when we start trading, you enter and you think, oh, it's going to come back, or like, I'm just going to add another one. And actually you keep on, building up the negative trades because that's the mindset. You're like, okay, it's going to come back. While the good traders are like, okay, we missed it, cut the losses straight away and keep on holding the winning ones growing. While at the beginning, if you're like a beginner, you think, oh, I'm in positive. And as soon as you see it in a positive, you want to keep that money and you sort of exit a trade. And that's the problem because.
Oh, Anna, did you leave us? Ah, damn. Dipped out on us. Something happened. All right, so we'll come back to Anna. Edison and Diamond, I have another question for you.
Yes.
How do you prepare yourself mentally to get over the fear of trading in your real account?
How do you mentally get over the fear?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like even before that, you should have some type of confidence beforehand, and the confidence comes from the demo trading, and from there you kind of learn how to practice your risk. And so when it comes time to trading on a real account, um, well, I'll say even before that, like, as soon as you put money into the market or into your trading account, that's not your money anymore. It's the market's money. So you can't have that mindset where it's your money, right? I feel like you should put money that you are, fully prepared to lose, right? So you need to learn how to get over that emotional connection to your trading account. And then from there, if you have the proper risk, no matter what type of drawdown you have, you should never be worried, you know.
100% agree.
But yeah.
100% agree. 100% agree. What about you, Diamond? What do you think? How do you get over fear in the market?
Me personally, I always just keep it simple. Scared money don't make money. I mean, you cannot put you cannot be scared when it comes to, in general. That's when you have to nail down. Okay, think about the opportunity. We're sitting up here making money from our cell phones, and this is a time where we're not physically getting out of bed or using our legs to make this money for ourselves. So I feel like if you honestly build this confidence, and again, with me, it's all about confidence. You have to have some form of confidence when trading, when putting yourself in a position of doing anything regarding trading. you have to build some form of confidence, because the number one word that we all come across is risk. We're always risking something. We're risking our money. We're risking, you know, some of our time, some of our energy. It's a lot of things that we're risking to really get to where we want to get to. So, and again, it's just me personally, like, again, scared money doesn't make money. You have to build a confidence. You have to really work with yourself and understand yourself. And then once I feel like you're able to control that much, and you know, same with Edison said about the emotions part, I wholeheartedly agree. You can't have emotions when trading. You can't have some form of emotion when you're putting yourself into this, because this is a skill. This is something that, you know, you're truly trying to elevate and grow on. So I feel like it's more so if you just building and working on that confident level of yourself. And then I just think personally you'll see success. You'll see no problem. Build a confidence. Scared money doesn't make money. That's all I can say. Build a confidence.
I'm gonna go ahead and say something towards that as well. And I don't want to seem rash or insulting or disrespectful. I'm just real, right? And this is all revolving around what Diamond and Edison said. The reason why you're fearful is because you don't know how to trade. That's the issue. So the only way you get over being fearful is learn how to trade. And confidence and everything and emotion and yes, the money that's in your account is not your money is 100% valid. The thing is that you don't know how to trade yet. So of course you're going to be fearful. You have to learn how to trade first. There's 3 laws when it comes to trading: knowledge, risk management, and discipline. You don't even have the knowledge down yet. So then when you use risk management, then you're like, okay, I know I'm going to make this money. Let me make this bill right now. Then you lose money, then you're fearful, and then you don't have the discipline because you don't have the knowledge. Everything is the source of it is knowledge. The source of it, the preparation. Now let's talk about preparation, right? The reason why you're probably hesitant or you're not as vocal or as you probably don't execute during the week is because of the fact that you're not preparing your trades on the weekends. On the weekends, you're an analyst. On the weekdays, you're an executioner. I want you to understand what I'm saying. You're an executioner. You see the words that I'm saying right now? This is different from just saying, I'm just taking trades. No, you're an executioner. The amount of confidence, you should be the boss. The only thing you control is your risk. Your profits are endless. So you should be thinking about every time you take a trade. Boom, it came to my area of where I want to take a trade. Boom, I take it. The reason why Diamond barely loses is because she looks at the market like, boom, I'm prepared. As soon as it comes here, it's a wrap. As soon as Edison, the reason why Edison wins is because as soon as it breaks out of here, it's a wrap. They're prepared. They already know what to do. And the reason why they know what to do is because they know how to trade. The confidence comes from the source of learning how to trade. The reason why you're still losing is because you don't know how to trade yet. You probably don't have that one strategy that you're sticking to. You're probably a strategy hopper. So you should probably stick to one strategy. Then you're probably over leveraging your account, which makes you even more fearful because when you lose big because you're trying to get money fast, now you're like, I don't even want to trade anymore because you're afraid that you're going to lose your money. So in a nutshell, learn how to trade. Then everything else will kind of like follow. You know what I mean? Let's get to the next question. Edison and Diamond. Actually, I'm gonna go with Diamond first this time, and then we're gonna go with Edison. Diamond, how do I manage the mental side of a loss?
The mental side of a boss.
No, of a loss.
Oh, Oh, a loss. Oh, I was about to say, loss. I'm ready on that. But a loss, the same way you handle it when you take a win.
Right.
Woo!
I know it might sound confusing, but the same way we take a win, we understand. We try so hard to understand why we won. But I noticed that when we take L's, we never try the same, we never have the same energy to try to understand why we took that loss. So it's all about really understanding. Again, that's why I love it when on my team people get happy when the TP smack, and I'd be like, I'm happy you're happy that your TP1 smack, but do you understand why it smacked? Do you understand how price got there? Do you understand why you initially understand why you got that win? Now the same way your trade hit stop loss, I want you to have that energy. I want you to understand why your trade hit stop loss. I want you to understand why price was so determined to go down when you wanted it to go up. So it's all about understanding, and working that same incorporation. The same way you try to understand your wins, try to understand your losses. Try to work with it. Try to really see why something did hit stop loss, why something did retrace and do this on you. And once you understand that, I'm telling you, it's like you're ready. You're on game mode. You're ready for your L's and your W's.
So I had to clap for that one right there.
That was good.
That was good. That was an emotional. That touched me. Okay, Edison, what you think?
Agree. That was good.
The same thing. I mean, essentially the same thing with what I said before. It's not. You can't think of it as a loss. It's a lesson. And so the same way, like, if you're expecting to be winning, you have to expect that at some point you might take a loss, and also understand that the goal is for longevity, right? To be able to trade another day, and so I mean, really, again, you can't be naive to the fact that you won't take a loss. It is what it is. But as long as you learn from it, and as long as your risk is good, then you know, what I said before. It's about longevity.
Hopefully, people taking notes though. Anna, what do you think? How do you deal with the mental state of loss?
I totally agree with both of them. Like, definitely a lesson. Each time you have to learn. If it hits your TP, it was like, okay, great. It means I predicted it well because there was something I've learned and I've seen in it. But the same thing, you also have to go, and analyze your losses as well. Why? Could I predict that, or could I sort of prevent that, or was it just a news or something that was like unpredictable? But anyway, I always say, like, a win is a win, and even if you lose, you didn't lose. It's a lesson learned. Definitely, it's a lesson learned, and I can see, with me, like, you just get better and better. You just sort of see things, especially if you go back there and analyze. You'll spot something maybe that you haven't seen before. You're like, oh yeah, look this, and I haven't noticed that, or something. So you can definitely always learn by go back and analyzing, and if you're always like keeping your management and like lot sizes and trades and everything, and try compounding and adding to winning trades, and try to respect your stop losses, like wherever you put it. If it goes higher, obviously it's turned the trend against you, so you can't do much about it. But if you're respecting the trend and you carry on compounding, definitely your account can only grow. And that's what I was saying before. And then, sorry, my line dropped when I was talking. But that's the way actually you build up your confidence. Because if you see your account always in blue and compounding and growing and growing and growing, you can only be positive, when you see it. And yeah, so. And don't build up on a negative trade. If you see something hit your stop loss, that's it. Take another one. If you're compounding the good ones, you're always your account just gonna be growing. It's always gonna be growing. because your
didn't got
loss is always going to
financial.
be, you know, less than growth. Growth has to be much bigger, and then once you sort of add it and sum it all up, it's always going to be a growing account.
Man, y'all speaking some facts today. We got some financial advice now. So let me chime in real quick on this. I'm gonna just say one sentence. I'm gonna say one sentence. You must detach yourself from the outcome. That's all I'm gonna say. You must detach yourself from the outcome. That's how you get rid of the mental state of loss. Be process driven, not outcome driven. I feel like we all spoke on some important parts there. Last question. How to be patient and not to over leverage. Whew. Put a 1 in the chat if you've over leveraged in 2020. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll put a 1 in the chat too. Let me put a 1 in the chat. I've over leveraged, right? So let's say this. I feel like it's important. Let's ask the first question. Let's do the first part of the question. How do you be patient? How do you be patient? I'm gonna start with Anna on this one.
Oh dear, I've learned to be patient in a hard way, which means at the beginning I was like, when I started trading, you know, I wasn't one of those good ones who was like learning on a demo, but I wanted to learn straight away on a real account, which was the biggest mistake you can make.
Same here.
And I was too lazy to put stop losses as well, so I don't recommend that to anyone, you know, but you learn it a hard way if you don't want to listen.
Same here.
So you know, if I could see how negative my losses could have gone, you know, by leaving it, hoping it will come back, it will come back, and add new ones, and actually that clicked into my mind. Okay, I have to reverse that. And once I'm in a good trade, try and add the positive trades positive, because if I can hold for such a long time negative ones, hoping it will come back, and then I never win with them because you're just happy for it maybe to come back if it does reverse. If not, it just blows your account. So the first lesson was like, never again without a stop loss. Your stop loss is always above the previous high. You only work with a trend, which means you don't go against a trend. So even if it is at a pullback, you know it will go back down. And then you just keep on adding lots. So you know, more it goes lower, you just add another cells. Or if it's other way around, if it's an uptrend, you know, it goes higher, you add another lot and you add another lot and you hold it. And then you just compound all of them. So if you can do something in a negative way, waiting for it to turn around, and you can hold it for days because you're hoping it will, and it doesn't. And then, you know, you learn it in a hard way that you can blow your account. I was like, then I can reverse that and do the same thing in a positive way. I'm just going to get in a good trade, carry on compounding it, and have, you know, all my trades in blues. And if I see I hit my stop loss, that's the, you know, I don't even touch that trade anymore. Okay, one did hit stop loss. It was, you know, the trend has changed. That's it. You know, I'm not crying it as just like one little lot. But like with other trades, I just like where I see it goes in that direction. Like for example, Euro NZD already, you know, entered few because it's in a nice sell, and you know, where I enter and I can see, okay, it's a nice sell. I enter with a small lot. Once it's in a profit, I move my stop loss so that it's safe, and then I enter another one. As soon as it's in a profit, I put the stop loss in a profit, which means, okay, now I have two lots that are safe, and then I enter the third one. Once the third one is in a profit, you just put your stop loss that it's safe, and then you wait, and then after the next pullback, you enter the fourth one, and you just see your account grow. And that's the only way actually to grow it, and just like, you know, keep it till you know, and just let it grow. Have your stop loss really tight to the entry. You just secure it so it will never be again in negative, and then you enter another lot. You never enter straight away with a big lot, but you keep on adding them. Once the previous ones are safe, which means you don't have any more risk because you secure the previous ones, they're all in positive, and then you add another one. And then once the new one is again in a positive, then you add another one. And that's the best and the safest way to build account.
I like it. What about you, Edison?
What was the question again?
How do you become patient?
Well, for me, the way that I learned how to be patient is just from back testing, and the back testing allowed me to understand how being patient would benefit me. And well, kind of agreeing with Anna, how she was saying how, you know, a lot of people are patient when they're losing, right? And they'll wait X amount of days for price to come down and finally hit their stop loss. But as soon as they're in profit, you know, they're very quick to pull out. And so for me, I mean, the way that I learned how to be patient was just from back testing and then just practicing. But I feel like you need to understand that, you know, price will always move, and you need to give price time for it to move and just, you know, room for it to breathe. And yeah, I mean, that's really what I have to say. It's just practice.
Practice makes perfect. For real. Diamond, what do you think?
Uh, Me personally, I've always just went by patience equals patience. Simple as that. Um, People need to understand that the market runs off of time. So being how we have 1 minute time frames, 5 minute time frames, 15, 30, H1, H4, monthly, weekly, daily, yearly, these are all times. So it's not necessarily is that we can't wait. It's like we're trying to go ahead and put ourselves in the future. And I feel like if it's more so if we start to understand that the market moves off of time, that I have to, actually wait 4 hours if I'm looking at the 4 hour time frame. If I'm on the H1, I have to look at my candles every hour. I'm waiting. I have to, gather the information that, these candlesticks, they're not gonna shoot. Like I've seen it happen before. I've seen, a candlestick do, shoot straight down in a whole hour. But in order to get to, these designated areas, it takes time. So once we start to understand that the market moves off of just that time, that we're watching time frames, we can more so start to build this patience. For me personally, it's just to not rush your process and to not rush yourself and to definitely not rush the market. Let the market do its thing. We cannot control it. There's no control button besides the sell and buy button when you're going in. Legit. You cannot manipulate it. You have to just really become its friend and let it do its thing. So once we, again, start to understand that patience equals patience, we have to just chill out, enjoy our days the same way, the market is enjoying their day, then we can understand, and start to build this patience for ourselves. Overall, just that patience equals patience. And if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean by patience equals PAYTIENCE. You're getting paid when you get patient.
Heard. Patience. I like my money. So, what about over leveraging? I feel like, we all over leveraged once in our lives. We all got humbled once in our lives.
More than once.
Right. So how is it that, and I'm gonna start with Anna. Anna, how do you deal with patience? I mean, how do you deal with over leveraging?
With over leveraging, yeah. Well, I think the market teaches you that, because I think they've said there's no trader who hasn't blown a proper account. You're not a good trader unless you blow at least one account, and I think it's a start for everybody, because You can try it on a demo and you can over leverage, and it's always going to come back because, you know, on a demo, you've got a nice, huge account and you like get confident because like, oh, you know, my trades are positive. And then you start with a small account and you work in the same way. And then you're like, why did I blow my account? It's a real one and everything works so perfect on a demo, you know, because you don't really learn the same thing on a demo because it's got like, you know, you open maybe 100,000 demo and then your real account is maybe, I don't know, people start usually with $100 or like maybe 500,000, and obviously, and then you know, take all the trades and everything, and then it happens that it goes against you. So yeah, it's by learning. That's why I always say, just, you know, people who are starting, start with a small account. Even it doesn't even have to be $100. It can even be 30, and double it first. Once you double it, and then you can add an extra money, and then you can start building it. But you can't start with £1,000 account or something, and then, because then there's lessons to learn, and people, you know, you can teach them and say, okay, don't enter more, you know, with £100, you can enter only with 1001 lot. People don't listen to that. They just think, okay, why are you saying me that? And then they all try and over leverage till you don't burn yourself. The same with a fire. You know, people can tell you, oh, you can burn yourself with fire, but unless you put your hand in and you feel how hot it is, you'll never understand why you can burn yourself with a fire. So that's why my advice is like, you know, if you have to blow accounts, blow a small one. Blow a small one, learn how much you have to leverage. Once you learn to double a small one, it means you will be a good, you know, with a good one. And then once you learn how to double a £30 or 40, £50, you'll know the same principle with 1,000, and then you can add bigger money to your account, because you'll know, if I could, you know, double my small account, I'd be able to stay in one with a bigger one. Never start that way around. Don't start that way around.
Okay. Diamond, what you think? How you stop over leveraging?
I had to really learn about like honestly each pair and how much, you know, exactly of the margin it'll take. Plus understanding, you know, really trying to understand, you know, you cannot spend what you really can't afford necessarily. So if I'm working on like a $50 account, you know, just basically understanding, okay, this is the limits and how much I need to, you know, be spending from this account. Really eyeballing your margin, paying attention to your margin level, understanding the trades that you're entering, because some people don't understand, like SPX going in with the 0.01 immediately takes about 14 to 15 of your margin. Same with gold, going in with a 0.01 immediately takes about 16 of your dollars. So it's all about really understanding what you're hopping in, you know, what you're trading, especially the time you're going to be trading, because the spreads, they widen, you know, of course, every time the market opens. So it's really all about, you know, just understanding what you're working with to limit that over leveraging process.
All right. We got some technicals on that. I like it. Edison,
Yeah.
what you think?
How do you stop over leveraging? Feel like at some point everybody tries to over leverage, and I feel like once you experience that first big loss because you're over leveraging, then you start to understand why you shouldn't over leverage. Right. As soon as you take a loss and a big chunk of your account is gone now, right? And then when you finally blow an account from over leveraging, that's really like the best lesson, right? For you to cool it. But really just I feel like as long as you understand the risks, right? Again, I mean the best way for you to stop over leveraging is for you to lose and understand why you shouldn't be over leveraging.
Ouch.
That's really it.
Let me touch on that. There's actually two ways of over leveraging. It's one to where you're not understanding that, you know, you can't spend more than, you know, what you have in your account. And then there's the over leveraging to where you're just being plain greedy. You have the ones that, you know, open multiple positions and they have like a cajillion lots going, and then wonder, you know, why their account, like why their margin level is at 100 and why their account's like all red. So it's a different, it's really, to me, it's two different types of over leveraging. You know, you have the ones that's being too greedy and the ones that's not understanding, you know, I cannot, you know, bust this big old lot on this small old account, or, you know, just anything like that. So.
She didn't give you options. Let me go ahead and chime in real quick before we close the call. The best way to stop over leveraging is to stop over leveraging. I mean, we're giving you a whole bunch of reasons on why you're over leveraging, on how you're over leveraging, what makes you over leverage. But to stop over leveraging is to literally, at some point, you have to stop wanting to lose your money. Like, when are you going to learn to stop wanting to lose your money? I mean, in real life, right? Let's just use this in real life situations. If you had if you had $1,000 in your pocket right now, would you spend all of that $1,000 right now?
Definitely not.
Exactly. Right? So, I mean, it's the same thing in your account.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do that.
Get depositing so much and you're never going to get a withdrawal. People get tired of depositing so much and not ever seeing a withdrawal. That's when they're going to start to learn to not over leverage.
Right. When you're just at that point, when you're just like, dang, like at some point you have to be like, dang, I've lost thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. Right. And then you just like, you have to give yourself rules. And I feel like we don't say this enough. You have to give yourself rules when it comes to trading. For me, my rule is I'm never risking no more than 1% of my account per trade. Total trades open, 3%. So that means I'm only having 3 trades open ever at once at minimal risk. Yes, it's going to take a while. See, the thing is, the reason why you guys want to make this money, the reason why you guys are losing so much money is because you're trying to make this money tomorrow. No, you're trying to make this money yesterday. You're trying to like, oh man, this bill needs to be paid, or I want to see how fast I can blow this account. That's really how y'all thinking. Let's see how fast I can blow this account. It's sad. It is sad. And eventually you'll get to the point where you're like, all right, at this point, I'm done blowing my account. I'm ready to win. You see, the thing is, the reason why you blow your account is because you're not ready to win yet. I know people who blow their account because they don't deserve to have that amount of money. Some people might be blowing their accounts because you don't think you deserve to be a millionaire. Deserve to have 6, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. That's the thing. Y'all might not deserve that. You guys are playing with your money. So do you really think you deserve that amount of money? Put a 2 in the chat if you think you deserve to be fulfilled in life, to be financially and spiritually fulfilled. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like you need that. I feel like you guys are blowing your accounts consistently, right? If you need that, why are you blowing it? That's the question of the day. I always ask myself this question before I take a trade. Would I take this trade on $1 million account? The first answer that comes in your mind, not out in your mouth, in your mind, is what you should be doing. Because the thing is, we always say, yeah, I would take this trade, and then take the trade and then wonder why you lost. But in your head, you're like, dang, I knew I shouldn't have took that trade. That's because you didn't follow what your subconscious said. You followed what your pockets said, like what your account said, what the broker said, what your commission, what your fees said. I feel like at this point, you guys have to like sit down, buckle down, and be like, look, I'm tired of losing. Like, some people are already losing in life like you're already losing in life. Why would you want to lose financially too? Like, I feel like that's the way to stop over leveraging is stop over leveraging your life. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how I feel about it. Educators, got anything else to add?
No, that was good.
Yeah, and definitely if you're not over leveraging, like then you can hold the pullbacks, because if you know that you're in the right trade and maybe you enter with a trend, but it's in a pullback, if it's a small lot, then you don't have any issues holding it and then see it in a profit later on. If you're in a bigger lot, I mean, how many times I had people like saying, oh, give me a signal, and they're like, oh, I can't hold it anymore, I've entered with a big trade, I have to cut it now. They cut it, they lose maybe, I don't know, with a 20 pips, 30 pips stop, like pull back, and then it goes another 10 pips and then turns back. So just because they've entered with a bigger lot, they've lost 30 pips. And if they could have waited another 10 pips, they would be 100 pips in profit, because after a pullback, it turns back and then it's in a profit. So many times I had like people trading with me, and then they were just like, oh, should I hold? I can't hold it anymore. I'll have to cut it. I was like, it's a pullback. You can't really know, a pullback. Is it going to be 20, 30 or 40 pips? You know that, it's not going to go higher than the previous high, but that's what you have to count when you enter a trade. That's what you have to count. You don't know when it's going to pull back, but you know that your stop loss is above the previous high, and that's your risk. And just before entering a lot, if you want to enter with a big one, just check, okay, is it $20 risk? Is it $50 risk? Is it $100 risk? See, according to your lot, are you ready to risk that? Because there's no point losing $50 just because you couldn't hold it maybe $100 to go negative, for the pullback, and then later on to see $200 in a positive. So always, measure your risks first in order to see, can I enter with such a lot?
Do you guys think we should have a section in the boot camp where we talk about like strategies on how to properly put in the lot size at this level? Like just what you were talking about, Anna, like, oh, what if we're having this amount of pips of drawdown, we should use this lot, or how to manage a trade, or, should we have a whole, just a section just for that on the boot camp? You think that'll be dope?
It's important, yeah.
I feel like that'll be important if we just have like literally we'll have a whole section on how to manage a trade, like whole 30-minute hour section on how to just manage a trade in general. I feel like, giving different strategies on how to manage a trade, because people probably don't know how to measure risk. Oh, and somebody just said in the chat, some people might not know how to do that. You know what I mean? I feel like we're gonna add that.
Definitely.
I feel like that's important.
I want to say one last thing. It's also important to trade with goals and not to just trade to make money. I feel like once you understand, okay, am I just trading to make money, or am I really trading with a goal? Am I trading to, to follow up through with a plan? Then, you can see a lot of success. It's nice to overall just trade with goals, not just trade impulse trade to just make money, trade to make fast, quick money. Trade with goals. Set a goal every week, every month, every year. Set goals. Work with goals. You have the potential. All you have to do is execute it.
Facts. Yeah, that's important, because a lot of you guys probably just trade because the market's open. Let's trade. But you guys don't probably have goals like, okay, what is my goal this week? I was just talking about this on another call earlier about having incentives after you hit a milestone. Like maybe you should have an incentive every week. Okay, if I hit my goal this week, I'll do something for myself. If I hit I don't know if you guys have heard of a Mont Blanc pin, where my goal is to get a Mont Blanc pin. Like that's a $200 to $400 pin. This pin, I believe it never runs out. Something of the sorts, but neither here or there. It's a milestone, right? You hit a certain milestone, you treat yourself afterwards. Maybe you guys don't give yourselves incentives. when it comes to goals, right? Like the whole point is with goals is what is in it for you. Why are you making this goal? What is it? What's in it for you? Like if you have, okay, well, today, this week, my goal is to not lose a trade. That's what I want you guys' goal to be. To not lose a trade. Obviously, that's inevitable. So that's not even like, that's not reasonable because that's what you guys do. I don't want to lose a trade. I don't want to lose a trade. This week, I don't want to lose a trade. That's not feasible. That's not even possible. You have to be, not only do you have to make goals, you have to make it realistic. Okay, my goal is for me is to hit a certain percentage, to hit a certain pip count. For me to be more process driven for a certain amount of time. Like have goals, and then after you hit these small goals, get something for yourself. It can be small. For guys, we run through wallets every day. Get yourself a new wallet. You know, women, they love themselves. Get you some Victoria's Secret. Right? Get you something. Go take yourself out to eat. Well, you know, get you some Uber Eats because it's crazy out there. But you know what I mean? Like, do something for yourself. Right? I feel like we don't give enough incentive when it comes to these goals. What we do is, when we hit this goal, okay, let's go to when we hit this pip count, let's go to the next pip count, then the next pip count, then the next pip count. And then we lose all of that. And there was no goal in between that time. Maybe if you put yourself a goal in between that time, you probably would be in the right headspace where that decision you made probably would have stopped you from losing all that money. Because there are two ways that you lose money. Most of the time, it's a human error. And the other time is the market. And that's on a rare occasion. But we still blame the market, even if it was a human error. If we know we weren't supposed to get in that trade, we blame the market. That's sad. But maybe if you had goals in place, now you can keep yourself accountable. So then if you didn't hit that goal, you know it's not the market's fault, it's yours. So I like that, Diamond. I like how you said the goals and stuff. I think that's important. I think that's important, very important. Did you guys want to say anything else?
Oh yeah, I agree with goals, you know, and buying yourself, just treating yourself, because once you earn certain amount of, you know, you can always leave some, but I like always to withdraw some. And I always buy something, even because I spend so much time even trading and everything. And my husband is there like, oh, you know, you're always there trading. And I was like, oh, I've just bought this and I paid it from my trading. And it changes perspective because you buy something, you materialize it. So it's not just numbers on your phone. It becomes numbers on your credit card.
Whew.
And when it becomes numbers on your credit card and you bring it back home, you see it completely different. You see it as things, not as numbers anymore. And you see it as a value. And then it gets sort of real to you. And it completely changes. So you have to withdraw, buy something and say, I bought this with my trading money, the money I've earned yesterday. It is so important because it completely changes not only your mindset, but, you know, for the people around you, they have more respect. It's not, you know, they start bringing respect to it and seeing the fruits of it. And it's so important to say, this, I bought it from my trading money.
Yep, it's not real till you touch it. It's not real till you touch it.
It's not yours till you touch it.
Yeah, you need to eat it, digest it, and then you know, okay, it was good.
Right. It's not the money that's in your trading account is not yours till you see it in your bank account.
Exactly. Have to withdraw.
Withdraw on a regular.
That's a goal right there. Make a goal right there. Withdraw.
It don't matter if it's $2, $20, 50 cents. Withdraw.
Exactly. Even if it's your first trade, $2, as you've said, you go and buy something with those $2. Just go and treat yourself and say, okay, I bought even something with $2, because you have to see it materialize. You have to touch it, taste it, flavor it, and then you're like, oh, this trade brings me something. Next tomorrow, it's going to be $4, then it's going to be $8, then it's going to be $20, then it's going to be $50. But you have to start withdrawing, and just even if it's only $1, take it and buy yourself something. Say, that's my earning. I've earned it. And just start multiplying it, and just like start, and always treat yourself, because if you only see it as numbers on the account, then you don't see it realistically, and then it's easier to lose it. If you always withdraw a part that's your part of goal, you will know the value of it, and you will know how to multiply it even more and better.
Super key, super key. Super important. I'm glad that we had this discussion. I feel like people learned from it. I feel like people learned from this. So put a 2 in the chat if you learned something today on this call. Put a 2 in the chat if you enjoyed this call. I like it. I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this for right now. I don't want you guys to be on here too long. I feel like we've been on here for 2 hours. But we appreciate you guys for being on here. It went from 50 to 20. So the 30 people that left obviously don't want to hit their financial goals. I mean, I'm just being real. We have 50 people on here. They don't want it as bad as y'all. That's what it is. They don't want it as bad as y'all. So I want to go ahead and congratulate every single person that's on here, because that means you guys wanted it more than everybody else. You are part of the 5% in the entire world now, because you want it. Welcome to the 5%. Okay. So I appreciate you guys for being on here. You guys have an excellent day. Thank you for all the educators for being on here. And we will go ahead and see you guys in the Trade Syndicate chat.